It's time. I need a weapon. Right this way. Dear humanity, we regret being alien bastards. We regret coming to Earth. And we most definitely regret the core just blew up our raggedy ass fleet. It's time to play Satisfactory. Could you tell? Or do you want could you tell? When are you going to study cryogenic fuel characteristics on Earth and space to better explain it for chat? Uh, yes? What, you want me to read the textbook to you, pal? How much firepower is it going to take to crack one of the shields? All right. That hurt my throat, which probably shouldn't do that again. All right, so this is part, I think, 40 of the Pillar of Autumn build. We're back. We are so back. Are you going to be able to operate the Danger Van in Boca Chica? Maybe. Maybe. I will also open up my permission to leave the station. For what purpose, Master Chief? To give the Covenant back their bomb. Permission granted. Whoa! Oh! 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 Ow! We should do another Halo playthrough? Hang on, having trouble signing into my, I gotta sign into the software that I bought. That's mine. You know, that's good. Me inside your head now. Okay. All right. We're a sad bunch. No, we're not. We are a game appreciator. Keep your sleep cycle. Insane EJ may be fun, but it's worrying. What are you... Did I do something wrong, Journey? I'm so confused. Did I say something wrong about propellants yesterday? What prompted this? Bro, Starship and New Glenn are launching in the next 72 hours. Or, let's say the next 4 days. All right, 4 to 5 days. It's gonna get crazy. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. I'm so confused. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? You're confusing me. Because now I think, did I say something wrong? I don't think I said anything wrong yesterday. I don't want you inside your head, it hurts. Greatest comeback story? What did I say, Phil? I said don't count Astra out. Chris Kemp is not as stupid as people think he is. He's pretty smart. I listen to the guy talk. I'm like, all right, okay, all right, man, okay. Oh man, Fryman, you are making me so angry. Where's Relativity's domes? That sucks, man. I feel bad about that story that we read yesterday. Like, I really hope they pull through, but also that pivot was kind of... We need to make a curriculum on basic quantum physics and chemistry for EJ. Have you seen the LA fires? Pretty unfortunate. Yeah. When YouTube membies. I actually did look into the AdSense stuff yesterday. I have to verify some tax information with the Googles. And Google will not pay out to PayPal because tech bros. So I need to route that to my bank, which is going to screw up my taxes, but whatever. Whatever. Oh yeah, what are these two other things that I wrote in my notebook of things to do? Pack 4 Flight 7. Yep. They're about Phil. They had a 95% devaluation from Fidelity Investments. Put Titan emotes on Twitch. Those have been on there for a long time. That was on my to-do list from like 3 or 4 weeks ago, dude. Yeah, I'm the guy with the little green book. I don't give a frick. I don't care. It's how I remember stuff. You know, I'm pretty sharp up here, but with the book, I remember everything. Are you gonna live stream Flight 7 from South Padre Island? You could say that. I have the Blues Clues notebook. Yep. Did you write down that other thing I mentioned over Christmas? I wouldn't be looking at Google AdSense if I didn't, drummer. Bad news, though. We'll see what happens, dude. Everything should be restored, though. Anyway, we'll talk more about that later. You're going to Starbase. I am. Yes. Okay, so what's crazy about that cutscene is Lord Hood had higher confidence in Master Chief to destroy that Covenant ship than a frigate. Just shows how strong the Spartans were. Spartans never die, Lumprod. Are. Okay, they're just missing in action. Okay. Oh, dude, I don't think I opened the Fixmas thing. Did we open the last Fixmas? I don't think I did. Hey. Fireworks.
Turning explosives into a recreational activity is exactly the kind of attitude that led humanity to its doom. By all means, have fun. I certainly will, now that we are finally close to the end of this event.
Oh, we beat Fixmas, Ada. You don't need to worry about that. You don't need to worry about that. So, I'm going to take all of my Christmas stuff, or Fixmas stuff, and we're just going to pack it away. We're just going to pack it away for the season. Yeah, there we go. Just gonna pack it all up. Because we completed Fixmas. We are Fixmas. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. If you missed it, we did the Days of Fixmas, and we completed it. It was amazing. And happy times were had. I'm just gotta revert everything back to where it was before we started doing this. Perfect. Oh. Don't take the tree down until the 18th, otherwise the fallen gifts will start up again. All right, I'll keep the tree. There we go. All right, excelente. Hi, hello, buddies. Not the giant gift tree, the gift making trees. Oh. That's okay, I don't mind them making presents, it's fine. Some people... What about if you're Orthodox? If you're Orthodox, Christmas hasn't happened yet. Or has it? I think it actually was the other day. Do what drummer says, Graham, or I'm banning you from the stream. You think I'm kidding. New Glen launch is on Sunday. I know. I will talk more about what the plans are when more people get in here, guys, for space news and stuff. Because yeah, we got plans.
Discovery,
Halo,
go and throttle up.
42-month resub. Thanks, buddy. Alright, so, we did Fixmas. Now we get back to work. You got 30 of us watching over here on YouTube. How many more do you want? 350? It was on the 7th? Yeah, there you go. So yeah, see, Fixmas still has to go. Hey, baby. Morning, there's white stuff on the ground outside. Yeah, it's that damn Canadian water. That damn Canadian water solidifies and falls from the sky. It's really annoying. Wait, you have snow? I don't have snow. Oh, hey, Muffin.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
What's up, dude? I don't have any snow. Nope. There's no snow on the ground. Knock on wood. Yep, nope. Totally clear here. Good to see you. Yeah, likewise, man. How do you like Pillar of Autumn, dude?
Discovery, go and throttle
Pretty
up.
good, right? You've had to plow twice already? Wow, that sucks. Trazami, what's up, man? There's never snow in the Netherlands, but now it's like 20 centimeters. You got 20 centimeters of snow, Mats? Wow, that sucks. Are we doing racing or GTA tomorrow? Racing is in the off season right now, Fleck, and we'll start, unless they're doing practice sessions, the racing league will pick up again at the end of this month. Yep, baby. Yeah, they are doing pickup sessions. Yep. Is this construction SOSHA compliant? Oh, of course. Never seen more than a minute of this game. Didn't comprehend the scale was possible when I saw the notification of EJ Halo building. Whoa. So, Muffin, Satisfactory a couple of updates ago, they moved it to Unreal 5. And let's just say you can build at scale in Unreal 5. So, what am I, you know me, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna sit there and build a stupid factory like everybody else? No. Nah, son. No. We'll build a 1-to-1 scale Pillar of Autumn, because you wouldn't do that? Yeah, I had a normal factory in my old save. In the old save. Yeah, so we've been working on the Pillar of Autumn. And, Muffin, you'll actually appreciate this. I'm getting the dimensions from the model. I have the model from the game. And I scaled it in Maya The model actually isn't exactly to scale of the lore, so we've scaled it, and I've been taking measurements off of this thing ever since. Yep. What are those big spheres? Balls. So, I've been finding out new and exciting ways to make complicated geometric shapes in this game. It's actually quite fun. Number 5 is bananas, and no, I wouldn't think for a single second that you wouldn't be up to something nuts. Yeah, baby. So, those are your drive reactors, Flykin, for what it's worth. So, I've been remaking the Pillar of Autumn as accurately as I can to the lore. We have to take some creative liberties here and there, but for the most part, it's a real deal. I think where I left off, I was working on hull segment 3 because we've discerned that the Pillar of Autumn, believe it or not, has 4 drive cores, or 4 reactors in it. Now, I would like to warn everybody here that's watching that there is some extreme Halo lore nerddom that's going to be happening in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So if you go at this and go, wow, you have no life. Yeah, yes, that's correct. You are right. You are right. Now try Echo. Now try 4, as in 4 wolves. Speak and spell. Anybody? No? Alright, cool. So, Muffin, we've discerned that the Pillar of Autumn has 4 reactors in it. 2 of those reactors are used as your main power reactors. The 2 reactors in the back, that little guy, don't worry about that little guy, okay? The 2 reactors in the back are actually drive reactors. The engines in the game are Vasimir plasma engines, basically. I thought they were ion drives. They're not. They're plasma engines. So that means they basically have a fusion reactor that's being piped through a rocket engine. You know, throat, nozzle, etc., etc. So it is unlikely if you have a direct coupling, which they do say in Halo, they talk about it in Fall of Reach, it's unlikely that you would be tapping these reactors for power. Those reactors are being used for drives, for your propulsion, right? Makes perfect sense. And then you have tap-offs to your reactors that feed your auxiliary motors, your secondary, tertiary, and retro thrusters, right? Pretty straightforward stuff. That makes perfect sense. Now, if that's the case, if they're not tapping power off of these reactors, where does the power, how's the ship powered? What about all the other systems? Well, we discerned that the Pillar of Autumn actually has drive reactors and main reactors. Okay. How do we know that? Well, the lore. The lore in the video games. So, in the Maw, the last level of Halo 1, you are trying to overload a drive core, causing a cataclysmic chain reaction that, you know, lets some of the freedom out of the reactor, okay? You really ideally want the freedom to be contained in the reactor, but that, you know, whatever. It's fine. Sorry. So, you don't go that far. In Halo 1, you don't go that far from the bridge to your main engineering, right? So, that places, per the lore, and keep in mind the level doesn't fit actually in the physical shape of the Pillar of Autumn, but I'll get more on that later. He said more on. So, you don't go that far from the bridge to one of the drive rooms, to one of the reactors. Secondly, the reactors have waste heat couplings. That's talked about in the game. I won't say 4 in case you haven't played Halo 1. It has to do with letting the freedom out, etc., etc. So, if you're using a tri-core plasma drive here, that's what these are. There's three stellarators or tokamaks or whatever inside of each one of these drive cores, right? If you're using not secondary, your primary reactors for power are up here. And if you're using these for a Vasimir drive, they don't have waste heat. These wouldn't have waste heat. The waste heat gets ejected out the back. That's that whole plasma thing that comes out the back of the ship. Would you just look at it? That's, you know, that whole plasma thing that comes out the back. That's your waste heat ejection right there. So, those reactors would not have a waste heat coupling. right? They would not have a waste heat exhaust manifold like you see in the game. A reactor that you were using for straight power, a main reactor that you were using to power all the systems on the ship and not the drive cores, would have a waste heat coupling. Fusion reactors, any power plant generates waste heat. It's just a byproduct of thermodynamics. Everybody, I mean, if you know a little bit about physics, you know that. And once again, I get it, Halo is sci-fi. I told you there'd be nerddom, all right? So, we discerned that there are drive reactors in the main reactors are in the front of the ship and the drive reactors in the back of the ship. There's 4 reactor vessels inside of this ship, right? Since you already have the beams merging in the middle of the spheres, are you going to add a bright light in the middle to make it look like a ICF reactor? I could, dude. Sure. Shell Fujikawa drive is powered by the drive cores or the main cores? Haven't figured that one out yet. That's just a temporary position for that, dude. So, we know that your main reactors are not that far away from the bridge. At least how Bungie is trying to, with how Bungie set this all up. We know that there's drive reactors back there from the lore. They talked about them in the Fall of Reach. And we know that these are plasma drives. So you could basically extrapolate that this has 4 reactor shells in it, okay? 2 tertiary redundant drive cores and 2 main reactors. This one right here is the one that you see, or the coupling room, the main engineering room, which is basically right there. That box is basically where your main engineering is, right? That is where the level on the maw takes place, right there, right next to your reactor. Now, how did I figure out the position of these reactors? Well, if you look at the outside of this ship, all right, there's 2 distinct type of hull segments going on here. And once again, Bungie probably did this. The environment and hard surface modelers that worked for Bungie when they made Halo Reach probably just did this because it looks cool. I highly doubt that this was intentional, but it does give us some clues. Now, obviously, you look at hull segment 5, and you can clearly see that hull segment 5 has ridiculously thick armor plating. Right? Thick armor plating. And the armor plating has a open cavity between it and the ship's primary hull armor right there, obviously. This makes it so if this gets hit, it basically absorbs all the heat and it doesn't conduct the heat to the rest of the ship. You're vacuum insulating your armor. Makes perfect sense. Why would you put more armor here? Because there's drive cores there, and if you hit those, stuff blows up. Right? Makes perfect sense. So, extra armor plating. You know that the drive reactors are back there. It's the thickest armor on the ship, right? Because those are way bigger reactors. Now, you look at hull segment 4, this hull segment in front of it, basically the center body of the ship, it doesn't really have anything like that. It doesn't have outside armor plating like this. It's just straight armor plated, right? Thick titanium A armor, if you follow the Halo lore, right? It does have a little bit of vacuum insulation up top. Like you have a cavity in here, right? For your VLS, for your missile launchers, and some basically point defense turrets on either side. You're welcome. So, I don't think there's anything up there, but I noticed there is some extra armor plating for where your MAC cannon is supposed to be. For where you have extra armor plating and vacuum insulated armor plating for where the cannon is, where basically the magazine for the cannon is, right? So, I highly doubt there's a reactor up there. It looks like it's probably shielded up here for the MAC, for the cannon. Halo ships are basically gigantic flying guns. Flying railguns, by the way. Vacuum insulated railguns. Yeah, they shoot basically a slug of tungsten at things to get them to die. Pretty cool. So you look at hull segment 3. Hull segment 3 is this piece right here. Now this piece has cylindric couplings right there. If you notice, like, it's a cylindric housing, top and bottom, or zenith and nadir on the ship, right? And then I noticed that there's extra armor plating on it as well. It follows an armor plating scheme that's very similar to hull segment 5. Not like hull segments 3, 2, or 1. It shares a very distinct shape, just like hull segment 5. The cylindric shape right there, right, top and bottom, coupled with our armor with basically a wide vacuum insulated belt right there, we'll call it that, the armor belt. Also, big armor plating covering your nuclear missile launchers means that this area is of very, very high importance. So that fits in very well with the lore from the video game. That hull segment 3 is actually where your main reactors are. Now, why you would expose your reactors like this? I don't know, because if one shot goes right here, the whole ship blows up. However, that seems to be what the UNSC is on about with their designs. Give me 1 second, let me show you something. New Glenn's messing up your plans. Oh, no, it's not. Don't worry. How much time is left?
How much time was left?
You don't want to know.
Cairo, this is an Emberclad. The carrier shield is
Now
down.
watch.
I'm in position and ready.
This is a great
for immediate
cutscene from Halo
assault.
2.
Negative, Commander. Not against a ship that size. Not on your own.
Sir, permission to leave the station.
For what purpose, Master Chief?
To give the Covenant back their bomb.
Permission granted.
Alright. We'll go a little bit forward here. Now watch. Take a look. Master Chief is floating around with this bomb going towards the Covenant ships. A ship that's very similar in design to a Halcyon-class cruiser in Halo is about to enter frame. Look at where it gets hit. Oops. Gee, that's weird. It got hit in what would be its equivalent of hull segment 3. Now that is a different class of ship, but it is similar in design. Look where it got hit. It got hit right there, and the whole ship blows up. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think Bungie put more thought into the design of these ships than we give them credit. Right? Where does the ship go? That's right, it goes in the square hole. Dina, I did answer your question. I don't know where the slip space drive is. I haven't figured that out yet. Once again, look where the ship gets hit. It gets hit right where the forward drive reactors are supposed to be. Yeah, that's bad. We're watching the cutscene just because it's amazing. Yeet!
Pretty good.
And it sets off a chain reaction. Bingo, Echoes. It does the exact same thing that the Pillar of Autumn does. I don't think that's a coincidence. They definitely did that on purpose. So, that tells me, based off of everything that I've found and everything that I've been able to look through for the lore for these ships, that we have 4 reactor shells. 2 tertiary redundant drive reactors and 2 main reactors up here at the front. The front reactors have waste heat, indicative of something that's generating power and not necessarily thrust, right? And in Halo 1 and Halo 2, if a little explosion happens right in this area on the ship, the whole thing blows up. Probably should have thought about that, UNSC, but hey, whatever. These ships aren't designed to fight against plasma, so what are you going to do? Yeah, in the original cutscene, it gets hit in the exact same spot. So, Lunprod, that tells me, I was thinking about this the other day. You know, RE, the reactor placement. I was thinking about it off stream. This is how I go to sleep at night, right? There has to be drive reactors up here because of this cutscene. Because of Return to Sender. That jives with how Halo 1 works. You know, waste heat for your reactors, indicating they're power generator reactors, right? And hitting them can cause a cataclysmic...
Just one question.
A cataclysmic chain reaction that will generate a temperature of over 100 million degrees. Don't be around it when it blows up. Yeah, see, it immediately blew up the drive reactors as well. Interesting. So, that tells me that there's two more main reactors up there. And that's what we're going to work on today. We are going to figure out the placement and position of these reactors and try and build them today. Now, obviously this one says it's your main reactor. So what is this thing up here? Well, a lot of Navy vessels in real life, real Navy vessels, like Nimitz class carriers, they don't have one main reactor. They have two. You always build redundancy into your power generation systems. It doesn't matter if it's a nuclear submarine, a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, a nuclear-powered icebreaker, or even a diesel-powered container ship. You have secondary propulsion systems and secondary power systems all the time. Because if your main power goes out and you're in the middle of the ocean, you're screwed. Screwed. Like, screwed. So, also, if you do this, right, and you flip the inverse of this, right? So, like with this one, we know that main engineering room is somewhere on a same deck as the bridge, right? If you flip it and you put it up top here, that main engineering room just bottoms out directly on the railgun. So that tells me that this reactor down here, first main reactor, is for power generation. That powers all the ships, like all the lights and all the systems and all the computers on the ship. This one up here is a secondary reactor that can be used to power the ship, but it powers the railgun. It makes sense. Like I said, Bungie put a lot of thought into these. A lot more than you might think. It's pretty well done. Are we excited for New Glen's? New Glen is going to launch on early Sunday morning, Saturday night. Yeah, exactly, Halingar. You gotta have the reactors around there to power the magnetically accelerated cannon. So, MAC. Right? So, once again, everything seems to jive perfectly here. Like, it's very interesting how much thought was put into this. Clearly way more thought was put into it than you might think. It's almost like the people that made the Halo games were supreme nerds. You see that perhaps relativity is saved. Rocket Guy, what's up? Did they get a backer? A fan illustration of a Halo battle. So, yeah, Hokey, all of these things right here are emergency attitude control systems to get the ship to roll so the turrets can engage. That's what all this stuff is. They're basically explosions that blow out and roll the ship, or you could pitch the ship or yaw the ship. The ship's attitude control systems, as far as I can tell, is this thing right here. And between that and that, those things kind of, they can go up, they can go down, right? They can go forward, they can, I mean, they can go backwards, but I'm not sure why. You'd be firing right into this, but it seems to be that there's some armor plating there for that. But, and you could roll the ship by turning them this way. That I think that's your attitude control, which makes perfect sense. Former Google CEO Eric Schmidt is invested or is investing. Interesting. So, yeah. So, Muffin, if you're still here and you're still listening to me, yeah, that's what we're working on, dude. And we can build it at scale in Unreal 5, which is money. That's, yeah, super, super useful. Crazy video. Oh yeah, there you go. Can you imagine how absolutely insane having a gunfight like this in space would actually be? Like, this is no joke. Yo, this could get real bad real fast. That's absolutely bananas. Like, yeah, because if you're accelerating at a target, right? You're accelerating at a target, great, you got to it. You got to slow down. You have to slow down. Because if you don't slow down, you're just going to keep going, and then you could get out of range of a target extremely quick. And you're not, I mean, it makes sense because in a battle, you're not going to use a low energy transfer either. Especially if you have the propulsion systems. You're not going to use a low energy Hohmann transfer to get to something. You're just going to go direct to it, like how we did in Kerbal with the Kraken drives. Same idea. That's actually nuts. See how the frigate just keeps going even though it turned around? That's right. That's how orbital mechanics works. You could basically do drive-bys like that. Drive-by missile shot. Crazy. Good stuff, Hokey. Good stuff. All right. Anyway. Let's get to it. Yeah, so send him go brrr. Yep. Goat Simulator music to relax and build spaceships to. Yeah, you gotta have him turn around for the Mac. Yeah, that's right. How do you get electricity up here? There's a point up at the front of the ship that's really close to the edge, to the rim of the dry dock. How do you not get lost in this? I built it.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Yeah. Lollipop. This is awesome. Thanks, buddy. Hey, thanks, buddy. I also have signs that say what deck you're on. Hey, Sea Kraken. She's a monster, dude. Here, before we get started, I just want to... I'll show you guys this thing from far away. It looks ridiculous. Never do anything half-assed, do you? No. Never half-ass two things. Whole-ass one thing. Here, let me go down to the ground. Look at the thing from there. It looks ridiculous. Yeah, baby. Yeah, we'll get the reactor placement up there in a moment. Oh yeah, I also built its dry dock too. Oh yeah, we're taking screenshots, don't worry. I find that the best place to view it is over there on that ledge. Have you built other ships too? Can't see me, I've never attempted to build any type of spaceship in this game before. My old Satisfactory save was basically just a big factory. It did look cool, but it was just a big factory. That's the scale that you can build in this game. It's gonna be a year-long project. Yeah. What if you had a device that made it so you could instantly change the orbital velocity direction? Yeah, they got a word for that. It's called thrusters. Can we have a banana for scale? Yes, actually, here you go. I don't know why that Chrome is out with a green screen, but alright. Banana looks white. Yeah, it's not ripe yet. Or something. Looks good. Alright. We gotta get the steel that I stored during Fixmas. Titans! Oh, and we gotta put all of our Christmas decorations away. Are you going to Flight 7? Yes. Yes, I am. Are you going to Flight 8? No. I don't know. I don't have the answer. Monday? Tentatively right now, yeah. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, we gotta pick up all of our Christmas decorations. Are you gonna stream New Glenn from the NSF bunkhouse? It's probably what's gonna happen, yes. I'll get more about the itinerary for the weekend and next week streaming schedule during Space News, dudes. Yeah, baby. Yeah, worst. I want to make some progress on this, dude, and if I start talking about it now, we're gonna be talking about it for the next like 4 to 5 hours. I actually want to get some work done on this thing today. I wanted to get it done last year, but I forgot that setting Christmas as a deadline isn't a good idea because it's Christmas and it's the holidays and you get very busy. That, and I think people wanted to see other games too, man. We all knew it was not going to happen. Thanks. Thanks! You jackwagon. Some sad news, Booster 12 got moved to Mega Bay 2, the future is unknown. Yeah, I get it, but have you seen the, hold up. Where is it? Oh, you don't need that. I just have next spaceflight opened up twice. Oh. Hold on. Have you guys seen Cyberstar Punk ship? Cyberstar Punk ship. EJ is now on Elon time. Yeah. Hey, you guys were the ones that dipped out, okay? Not me. I was committed to working on this all through December, and people are like, no, play Derail. So we did. Okay? Okay? It's your fault. Like I said, Cyberstar Punk ship. Hello? Alright. We're at hull segment 3. Here we go. So, we need to figure out... I was basically trying to define where this cylinder was. I think we got most of it. Where I last left off, I think I was trying to figure out how to make that shape. Which, yeah. That's a little bit of a complicated shape in here, but we'll get it right. Sneak up on it and get it right. I also think that I made some mismeasurements here regarding... like where the bottom of the ship is, etc., etc. Also, this thing down here, this is a cargo loading area, and that's a cargo elevator as far as I can tell. This area is not finished. I haven't even added that yet. That area doesn't exist yet. That would be like right there. Bree is calling me. It's gonna be one of those days. where I try to focus on something and nothing gets done, isn't it? Hello? You're on stream, what's up? Okay. Well. Okay.
23% cattle dog, 20% boxer, and then just a bunch of other stuff.
Super mutt?
Like, just had several generations of mixed breeds.
So, I think the mic cut out. Say that again.
About
Titan.
Superman?
No, Titan. What we gave Titan a DNA test to figure out what he is.
So it says 30% Superman, which is just like he comes from a lot of different puppies,
Yeah.
right? With some of that, it says Husky, Beagle, Bulldog, German Shepherd, Chow Chow. But then we've got 23% Cattle Dog and 20% Boxer.
Nice.
I thought you would appreciate that.
Yeah. I had a boxer. That was the dog I had before Titan, guys, once upon a time.
I would not have guessed Boxer.
Dude, I told you he reminded me of Cashmere, and
Yeah.
I was like, this dog, just the way he moves, reminds me of my old dog. I named my dog Cashmere after the Led Zeppelin 4 song, by the way. Growing up. Yeah. I don't know what that says about me, but whatever.
That's all. I just wanted to share that with you.
Cool.
Now we know.
Now we know.
And you can follow his, like it lets you go be like, what's his relatives? The most related is Tucker, who looks like a boxer in Chattanooga. They share 62% of their DNA.
So he has a brother?
He has a brother in Tennessee.
That even makes even more sense. Okay.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
Neato. All right, babe.
Alright, I love you.
I'll talk to you later, okay?
Alright.
Okay, pussycat?
Okay, pussycat.
Okay, I'll see you later.
See you later. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. All I have in this world are my balls, and I don't break them for nobody. That's cool. That makes me happy. What's up, X-Wing? I'm unfamiliar with Satisfactory. What happens when you finish the autumn? Does the factory actually do anything? The plot of Satisfactory, X-Wing, is that you're down. You work for a corporation, an interstellar corporation called Fix-It, and they put you down on this planet to extract it for its resources to build whatever that thing is. Right? You don't actually... Building the Pillar of Autumn is actually not an objective in this game. That's just what I decided to do. They were like, oh, EJ, we need you to build this. And I started building it, and, I thought about it. And then I decided to build this instead. This has no bearing on the story of the game. I'm supposed to be utilizing these resources to bake that per the plot of the game, but I'm not. So you build factories to make to mine and extract the resources and make them into whatever those things are up there. I don't even know what those things are. I don't really care. I'm using the resources on this planet to build my own ship. Now, X-Wing, will it do anything? No. It's just static. It's just a cool thing to look at. But so is that, as far as I can tell, so whatever. Yep. Dog, that sounds like a mustard dog. Everyone has put it... Oh. Yeah. I'm not finishing that. Yeah, okay. You will make a warship to overthrow the Fix-It tyrants. I will. Yeah. So, my impetus for doing this, X-Wing, for doing this project is, Satisfactory. So Satisfactory has been in early access since 2018. It released in 2024. It had 6 years of early access. In those 6 years, there were 10 updates, with update 10 being the 1.0 release. In update 8 or 9, I think it was 8, they decided to switch the engine of the game from Unreal 4 to Unreal 5. And I know a little bit about game engines and stuff, and I know that basically from the tech demos and stuff about Unreal and what Unreal 5 does is that it's very scalable. You can build at a gigantic scale. I'm basically building this in here because there's no...
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Was down for Flight 6. It was awesome. Enjoy. Looking forward to more shouts on video for future memes.
Okay. Thank you very much. They did Booster in Gulf. Yeah, this is... There's no other game where I can build this at this scale. No other game. Now, granted, it won't do anything. It's just cool to look at, but also... Yep. I'm gonna make it in Space Engineers too. No. I'm a government contractor. No, they're not a government. I'm just a contractor diverting resources to my own project. I'm not embezzling money, I'm stealing it. Those are two different things, okay? Two different things. So, if you want to know what I'm building exactly, I'm building the Pillar of Autumn in the last level of Halo Reach. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm building it in its dock that it was in Halo Reach, right here, see? We're gonna build all the arms and everything for this, and the arms, now don't get me wrong, the ship won't do any of this, but I'm not embezzling money, I'm stealing it. It's quite the quote to open the stream to. It makes sense though, dude. This scene hits entirely different with the Goat Simulator music. Okay. Okay. How about we just... Yeah. This is one of my all-time favorite cutscenes from any video game. That's so damn cool, dude. Gun it! Oh, that's so cool.
This is the Pillar of Autumn. We're away. Package is with us.
Yeah. Guys, you know I love Starship and stuff, right? Like, I love it because it's the closest thing that we're gonna get to this. But I would love to see something like this in my lifetime. That would be... Oh, bro. This is the kind of stuff I dream about, man. So cool.
This is the Pillar of Autumn. We're away. Package is with us.
Are you going to make the facility behind the pillar where Noble is standing? The rest of the Azud shipyards? Probably not. Just because the way the ship is positioned, dude, that would be in a cliff over here. Hey, Bob. It's cool. Okay, you win. Trust me, dudes. If you know me from NSF, and you like the kind of the vibes that I get, I play every game like this, dude. Every game we take it to the max. Workers, this, Derail. We're always Hearts of Iron. I always look to break games and try to play them in different ways. That's always been my shtick. Kerbal is the game I'm most notorious for doing that with. Now, Sea Kraken, we could maybe build it over there on that ledge, perhaps, maybe. Maximal EJ. Yeah, maximalism is my life. Okay. I mean, Sea Kraken, I'll be honest, had I done this differently, I would have built the dock. Had I thought about it a little bit more, you know, I would have built the dock facing south, facing that way. So we could have ended up building the level into the side of that cliff face right there. And you could have walked through here and played the level. Well, played the level, so to speak. Can't wait for the decks to start going in. Yep. But yeah, the way this all kind of pans out, I might be able to put the turret and stuff like over there where Noble is, but yeah, there's a huge chasm between here and there. Yeah, the dock and the ship are freaking massive. They're huge. Because it's built to scale. This is the scale of Halo. Part of the reason why I chose this project, right, is one, because like I said, Unreal 5, you can do insane scale, right? You could build nuts. You could build huge in Unreal 5. It really is a new era for how this stuff kind of goes down. The second part is Bungie games are all about scale. They're all about scale, whether you like it or not. Halo Ring is a good example. The games are all about grandiose scale, so it's the perfect project. Yeah, that's not ideal. Would you just look at it? This is version 1 then. Rebuild the other one over the dock. No, I'm good. Next project, the Titan from EVE Online. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna build another ship in Satisfactory. Maybe a Halo frigate. Maybe. Okay, so I got my steel. We're settled in. Let's do this. Just gonna go up to the front of the ship here. It's a big ship. I have to fly. If I walk, the ship is too big. The stream would be over. Alright, so this is where we're going to be working up here in hull segment 3. Now, I have the cylindric part here figured out. Let's go right here. I have the cylindric part of this figured out, but I realized that some of my measurements are a little bit off. Because I forgot to take into account armor plating. So I'm going to get my ruler. Here. We'll get our positional ruler. We're going to get this out, and I'm going to start just remeasuring things to be absolutely sure. I need to measure where the bottom, my bottom of hull segment 4 is, minus the armor plating. So we're going to vertex snap right there, right, to where the bottom of hull segment 3 starts with its armor plating, minus the outside vacuum insulated armor plating. Positional ruler down here. So let's get in down here. That junction right there is where we need to be. So vertex snap that there. So we are 63.9 meters from the inside armor plating here on hull segment 4 to the outside armor plating on 3. Okie dokie. Maybe we can even build out the loading dock area as well. This is the forward loading dock area for the ship. This is mostly to fill up the provisions for the decks here, because this is where all the people are. All the people are like right here. His name is Maximus Egemus Sias, streamer of all things space, husband of a streamer's wife, and maximal at all games. In this life and the next, commander of the Northern Army. Commander of the Northern Army. Alright, so let's just say it's about 64 meters. So that's that marker point right there. That's my lower marker point, which is this junction. We'll go forward 1 meter just so we can build this up. That's 40, so we need to go 24 up from here and see where that ends up. Yep. See what I mean? We were a little ways off in our measurements here. That's, that could be a little bit troublesome. So how are we going to fix that? I could say screw it. Probably will. You sneaky, sneaky, weeby, sneaky bastard. What's up, man? They have again changed the notices for Flight 7 to the back again to the 13th. This is the third or fourth time they've flipped between the 13th and the 14th. Trey, Das and I were talking about it last night. It is a fustercluck. And then New Glenn being on Sunday morning, this is getting a little bit complicated, man. Did you complete the Ada storyline? Nah, I don't care about that. Nah, I don't care. Alright, so, you know what we'll do? To get our armor plating situated, let's do this. Let's weasel the armor plating in there, I'll say. And then... You know what? That's... Yeah. Okay, the reason why I need the outer armor plating here is because when I did the original measurements, I took it from this point. Right there, without the armor plating. The problem is that this shape, right here, cuts through the armor plating to expose some of the cylindric part of the ship right here. I need... So in order to find these outside edges right here, we need to incorporate the armor plating into this part of the design. Make sense? Cool. Everybody got that? We can force her daughter, father, King Roland, to give us the combination to the air shield, thereby destroying planet Druidia and saving planet Spaceball. Everybody got that? This should be 29 by 16, I think, is what... Yep, okay. She's a base. Nobody knows the trouble I see. Nobody knows. Careful, you idiot. I said across her nose, not up it. Sorry, sir. Doing my best. Who made that man a gunner? I did, sir. He's my cousin. Who is that? He's a chatter, sir. I know that. What's his name? That is his name, sir. And his cousin? He's a chatter too, sir. Tier 3. 100-month subscription. Philip Chatter. How many chatters we got in this stream anyhow? Can't believe it. I'm surrounded by chatters. Keep chatting, chatters! Man, Snit just apparently finished his last recording for Kofifi Stain. It's okay, Snicky. DJ, you're proper my kind of nerd. Always when I'm eating. I got you, man. I got you. I knew it. I'm surrounded by chatters. Ow. Alright, so 29 by 16. You know what? We'll measure inverse here. So we'll go out 16. It's not giving me the points that I want. I mean, yeah, it basically is, but it's okay. I told you never to call me on this wall. This is an unlisted wall. Replicating this slope is proving to be a little bit troublesome. How are we gonna do this? Boff! Puke. Whatever. Where's my money? Don't worry, pizza. We'll have it for you by next week. Nah, I gotta have it by tomorrow. 100,000 space bucks? By tomorrow? Nah, you forgot late charges. That brings it up to 1 million space bucks. A million? That's unfair. Unfair to the payor, but not to the payee. Ha ha ha. But you're gonna pay it, or else. Or else pizza is gonna send out for you. You're delicious. Ciao, boys. Don't mind me. You can just ignore this part. I'm a Mog. Half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend. Mog. I'm a Mog. This is the way. thousands of launches is something I never thought I would say. It's getting crazy. Over the next few years, it's going to get, yeah, even crazier. There will be thousands of launches. Yeah. It's gonna be, it's gonna be pretty good, man. What happens if we go default 3 out like that, and then go to a freeform beam, and we do... that mimics the armor scheme right there. That's perfect. Yeah, this will work. That mimics the armor scheme, dude. Fine, dude. I'm gonna tell about you, dude. You ain't no pimp, dude. Hey, give me my money. Yes! This should fix most of the problem. Ah, man. I don't want to play workers. Crap. Guys, I ain't complaining, man. That's for sure. Yeah, we probably want to make this lined up here, like that, instead of lined up to the diagonal. I'm going to remake this beam again here. Are you Buzz Lightyear? I love your movies. Oh, jeez. Alright, so go down there. There we go. That gets us the armor plating that we needed. We were going to have to do it anyway, but... Sweet. I gotta do it over... we gotta put that over there as well, so... you know. Connected up there for now. All right, cool. So now that we got the outside armor scheme here, what I'm trying to do is, this is a really difficult part. I'm trying to work on the cut right here. See this? Trying to work on the cut from there to there, and then that cut goes diagonally backwards, which is difficult. It's gonna be a little bit tough to make this shape, but I'm sure we can figure it out. So the first thing I'm going to do is measure, get our positional ruler again. We're going to measure from here. We're going to snap to, no. We're going to snap to that vertex there, and then get me the other end of my ruler. And we're going to bring the ruler up here, and we're going to snap to that guy right there. So, the edge on this side is basically straight for 25 meters, right? So that means we go from here, right? And we do freeform up to 25. And then get rid of that beam that I actually just freaking made. Okay, cool. That's perfect. Perfect. All right, so that gives me that point in 3D space there. We have that point that's highlighted there. Now, how are we going to get the diagonal? Remember, it's not just a diagonal straight back. It's a diagonal straight back diagonally up the side of hull segment 3. Balls. Okay. Let's go over here. And what I'm going to do in Maya is do what's called a curve snap. Curve snap basically allows you to attach it to the lines, the wireframe. Come here. And if I get this thing more or less flush, it should tell me how far back that length is. Cool. So we're 27 back. Alright, now, I don't necessarily need that 27 there, but what I'm going to do is take the other end of the ruler. So we're 27 and a half, give or take. Right? I don't necessarily need that numerical measurement, but I need the distance from this edge up to about the height where this edge is. So let's curve snap here and get it more or less close. That's pretty fine right there. What are we talking about? 36 meters up. Okay, so check this out. If we go back with our freeform, back this way, see, we're back 27 meters, just like what we measured. And now we got to go 36, freeforming up here. And I'm just going to put a marker right there, okay? Now, from that marker, if we measure forward from here and we vert snap right to there, it's about 10.5, 10 and a half meters. Let's round it up to 11. That should work. All right, so go here. Okay, perfect. Now get rid of this, get rid of that. That right there gives me my exact point in 3D space where I can make this diagonal, right? To there. There you go. And boom, we just figured out that complicated shape. Perfecto. Now, yeah, we got that edge figured out. That's pretty good. Now what we should be able to do is connect these points. This point should line up with one of the spokes on that for the most part. It does, pretty much. That's pretty damn close. Good. I think our slight discrepancy there is the armor plating because we're off by 2 meters. So that means we'd need to go down. If we went down 2 meters from here, and then we went out, and then we went over this way. Yeah, see? There you go. There's your discrepancy. Perfect. It was 2.5 meters, but that's because there's an offset on that inherently. So that's good. Real good. Really good. Alright, so that means we can get rid of this piece. And we can get rid of that piece there as well. For now. Now what I'm going to do is vertex snap there and see how far up that is. 13. Oh boy. Guys, I made the entirety of hull segment 3 off. The whole thing is off by 2 meters. The whole thing. Top and bottom. It's off. Because I didn't take into account the armor plating. So it's going to be really difficult to make that shape, trying to change everything by 2 meters. Especially up here, when that shape starts to get really complicated because it's a cutout. It's an armor cutout. See what I'm talking about? That's going to get really complicated.
Go and throttle up.
Especially when we go to start measuring this thing. The perch up there. There's supposed to be a turret up there. Provisions for the railgun. Because the railgun goes through the top of hull segment 3 right there. You see the cylinder? It goes through. So... yeah. It's not a big hull segment, to be honest with you. But now I'm worried, because if I took the markers... If I took markers for hull segment 2 and 1 off of 3, that means those are off too. I might be able to fudge it a little bit just due to the less complicated shapes here. It's just the complicated shape is what's throwing me off. Normally I would just say screw it and just build it. Oh, the armor's 2 meters bigger. No one's gonna notice that. But because of the complex shapes here involved, we might need to fix some things. Weird question. First of all, Happy New Year. Hey, Dio. When you have a big project in mind, are you afraid sometimes? Hey, Schnooze, 10-month resub. Afraid? No. No. I love doing these big projects, Dio. This is probably the kind of stuff I would be doing if I wasn't streaming. I would, you know, devote a couple hours a day to having some fun with this, you know? If I am quote-unquote afraid of anything, I'm afraid that I'm going to bore somebody. Because the kind of stuff that I like sometimes is not very fun to watch. But you can't force people to watch, you know? Graham, shut Twitch off, please. If I see you again here for the rest of the day, you're done for a week. That's really... I like doing long projects, guys. I really do. I like doing long-term stuff, because I'm in a unique position here as a streamer that gets paid to play video games to be able to do long-term projects. Not everybody can commit to doing something like this. I don't mind committing to a project like this. Dio, my only kind of anxiety in this regard comes from boring you guys, because I could sit here measuring stuff all day. It doesn't bother me. I enjoy it. It's fun. And it's really fun when you get it right. You know, fixing it and making it right, like what we did with the engines. Like, look at those. We were able to figure out new ways to play Satisfactory and make spherical shapes and cylinders in a game that has no business making that complicated of a shape. You know? Measuring things with I-beams is what we do. Yeah, exactly. You're not wrong. So I don't get scared of a big project like this. I really don't. Appreciate your attention to detail. Thanks, man. Yeah, I don't yeah, no, that doesn't, the scope of the project never bothers me. I like doing difficult projects. It's not boring, you guys. That's what really freaks me out. I noticed that after Thanksgiving, I was working on this project and no one cares. Nobody cared. It was probably just because it was the holidays and stuff, but I needed to switch it up. The numbers don't lie, dudes. This bores people. That's why I basically work on this once a week. But numbers don't lie. It got boring. People got boring. Chat activity went down tenfold. Maybe not tenfold, but you get the idea. Yeah, that's the reality.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Yeah, likes. I mean, it's not for everybody, dude, which is fine. It's okay. Don't get me wrong, like, if I could choose to play a game right now, I'd probably go play Workers. That factory that we built out yesterday was pretty freaking cool. I'm pretty damn proud of that. But I'm also pretty proud of this, too. Yeah. But, see, here's where I'm at. And you guys tell me if I'm convincing myself. I have to redo Hull Segment 3. Hull Segment 3 was not measured adequately for the complicated geometric shapes here. Like, this basically proved it. Because I have to go up 13 meters from this edge. We have to go 13 meters this way. 13 meters gets me over there. And then from that 13 meters, right? From that 13 meters, I have to go there. And then that's a flat piece right here. And this flat piece should be happening all before you get to the straight side of the ship. See the straight side of the ship where these are nuclear missile launchers. They're missile silos, basically. They launch Shiva nuclear missiles. And see the flat part of the ship right there? I have to go up. You know, if we kept going on that edge, we get to this point where it starts to taper, and then it gets flat there. This point in 3D space, right there, that point should be well below the part of the ship where the side of hull segment 3 gets flat. It should be well below it. We're talking probably about 30 meters, okay? So, let's go 30 meters from this point in space here. That should tell you everything you need to know about how off this segment is. See what I mean? It's not like a 1 to 2 meter thing. We are way off. This could be a case where using the save editor website could save you a lot of time. Just select the front of the ship and remove. No, I'll just... It's not going to take much to disassemble what I have already. It's just rebuilding it, that's all. That's all. I could always just build around what we have. Not a big deal. With new measurements. But I'd like to do it clean because it gets hard to see what you're doing in here because there's a lot of beams. You know? That won't fix the internal structure. Well, if anything, the internal structure, Hoki, needs to be expanded because our hull segment 3 is way too small. Right? What I'm really worried about at this point is if hull segment 2 and 1, which I would have based it off of points from here, right? If they're in the right place as well. They look right, but hull segment 3 looked right. Actually, to be honest with you, hull segment 3 didn't look right at all. Even when I made it, it still didn't look right. I'm just wondering if we have the time today, right now, to commit to this project. That's not something that's going to get done in 2 to 3 hours. And this next week is going to get bananas. And what I don't want to do, this is something also, if you're doing long format content for streaming, what you do not want to do is get halfway through something like this and then stop. And then don't do it for a week. I don't know if you guys ever noticed this. I always try to get us to points in games that's a good place to stop. I never stop halfway through a rebuild. I didn't even do that when we played mission mode. That's why sometimes I just sit there and I grind out what we're doing, and we'd miss a space news or we'd miss an after hours, because you never ever want to leave something like a big step in the project. Don't get halfway through a step. That's a really bad idea. What would a giant spaceship builder do in real life? They'd probably patch it and call it a day, Press, but I'm not doing that. I don't roll like that. I don't have any qualms about taking this thing all apart. What I'm telling you is that I don't have the time right now. When I get back from Starship Flight 7, then we have more time. Send it off to the next administration. You know, the next administration could fix all these mistakes. I've given them options on how to fix these mistakes. Both of them are really costly, but this is how you would fix this. We've figured that out over the last year. Man, all systems, when you say it like that, dude, it's... Sorry the numbers don't reflect it, but I'm here for it. Yeah, it's all good, human person. Like, once again, you can get away with it for a little while. I could not get away with streaming this game every day. Like I said, the numbers don't lie. You gotta spice it up a little bit, dude. And I understand that. That's fine. It's okay. I don't take it personally. Everybody's gonna give me crap, though, about not getting it done by Christmas. But, hey, I never said which year. Point is that I'm committed to this. We'll get it done. I'll get it done. Absolutely. Look at what we've made. Excuse me. Look at what we've made. I'm not finishing this. We have to. We gotta finish it. We're too far in. We're too deep. You know, you could say sunk cost fallacy, but also, it's the Pillar of Autumn. It's one of my all-time favorite ships from any video game. I'm finishing it. But I don't think I have the time right now to rebuild all of this in one shot. I would like to do that all in one stream. Which I don't have a problem with. I can't do it right now. Like the Fallout 4 factory. You. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a game time decision and we'll swap to workers for now. I'm gonna leave myself some notes here. Because we need to get that done. I need to get the reactors done. What we need to start doing with this project, obviously, see, it doesn't, if you're looking at it here, it doesn't look right. Hull segment 3 looks wrong. It doesn't look correct. Like, that doesn't look like the Pillar of Autumn. And maybe because it's missing too many pieces, it doesn't look like it. And that might be because it's missing this piece down here. But even then, it's actually, you know, it's because it doesn't have the outside armor plating. Yeah. Okay. 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 Yeah, see, I basically have to get rid of all of this. We have to get rid of all of it and redo it. And then we have, yeah. Yeah, gotta get rid of all of it. It's no problem. That's not a big deal. It really isn't. Once again, it's 2 o'clock right now, and I don't have the time to commit to this right now. I will after Starship, though. So, yeah, I'm gonna save this up, dudes. Part 40 ended up being a little condensed. But now we know what we need to do. Sometimes you have streams where you're working on these long-term projects where you're just sitting there talking things out. It happens. But I'm going to switch over to workers now. Let me save the game. I'm going to switch over to workers now. Check the bottom position from hull segment 4. See, Scooby, what I'm very worried about is that hull segment 4 is screwed up too. I am very worried about that. But we'll redo 3 and go from there. Let's pick a day. So next week is basically off the table. Depending on Starship flying and stuff, we'll probably get to working on this sometime the week of the 20th through the 24th. So yeah, we're on the other hand, we're making some pretty good progress in workers. And I want to start seeing that factory get built over there. I'm building factories in a lot of different games right now. So that's what we'll do for now. And we will have a momentary loss of signal here. And yeah, sorry there wasn't much progress today, but once again, sometimes it's just talking. You got to talk it out. And now I know what I need to do. So when we do go to play this again, we will bust it out big time. Haters suck. It's not haters can't see me. People, they're not haters. It's just people that don't like the project that I'm working on. That happens. It happens all the time. I don't take any offense to it. If I took offense to it, I wouldn't have been doing this job for the past decade. It's sometimes you got to call an audible. It happens. It is what it is, dude. Everything you put out can't be 100% golden goose, you know? It's all good. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to get it done. I'm committed to it. But now we're going to play workers. So stand by for a momentary loss of signal on the YouTube side of things. Twitch, just give me a second. We'll switch games. Be right back in a moment.